everybody, my name is Zelda and I'll be your host for the next couple of games. Right now we're about to start with Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited with HUD 601, so if you're ready, take it away!
Hi everyone, welcome. Yes, thank you very much for having me. My name is HUD 601. I'm going to be running Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited for you today. First off, I'd like to introduce my commentator, BenInSweden. He is the godfather of Sonic 3 air speedrunning, former world record holder as well. Ben, thank you very much for joining me today.
Hello everyone, and thank you for having me, Huds.
Now, I believe we have an incentive for the music that we'll be running in this one, Zelda?
Yes, it looks like Original has won the bit war.
Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look. So yeah, we got it all on as released, so we are going to be running the original music and not the prototype. So I'm just going to make sure my controls are ready, which they are. Right, are we ready on the timer? I'll take that as a yes, in which case we will go in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. This is a fan-made remaster of the original game Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the Sega Mega Drive, or the Sega Genesis, depending on where you are in the world. Now, the developer of this has made quite a few changes to the game. The first and most obvious one that you will notice is that the game is running in widescreen, which is a very nice change to have made. We've also got some new abilities, some quality of life changes added. So we have the drop dash from Sonic Mania, we have the peel out from Sonic CD as well. Ben, do you want to explain what some of the other changes are while I make my way through Angel Island?
Yeah, sure. So they've fixed some of the original glitches that speedrunners used, or people came across accidentally, like level wraps, vertical wraps, and one incarnate night that we call wheel glitch. And let's have a look. They've also added an in-game pools menu, which allows you to... Oh, and HUD's killed Tails. Oh, no, you didn't. Did you
I did kill Tails, yep, zombie Tails.
So we've got zombie Tails for Act 2. Yeah, they've added in so that you can get Tails to carry you as well from single-player controls, so you don't need a second player. Which HUDs won't be able to use in this stage because Tails will be gone for the rest of the stage. He might make a cameo during either the cutscene before the boss or during the boss, but he will just stay there on the spot until he gets killed. So, yeah, the other things, as I was saying about the menu, which HUDs will be using to quite significantly throughout the run, to skip cutscenes and do some other tricks that we'll explain when we get there. There's a few new level layouts as well, which the main one that we'll see is in one of the last stages. Yeah, and there he is. There's Tails.
There's Tails. He's rejoined us. So this bomber in the original game, you could just run right and avoid all of the bombs, but again, one of the changes, one of the quality of life updates is the fact that you now actually have to kind of play the bomber. You have to make sure you actually avoid those bombs. You will have noticed as well in Angel Island 1, I skipped the time bonus, another nice little change. You don't have to wait for the time bonus to count down, you can just skip it. I'm going to time a jump here. Ooh, just about got that right, so we're going to get 8 quick hits here on Robotnik. Use the lightning shield to save me. Jump up to grab the capsule nice and quick, and that's Angel Island done with. And as Ben said, we've got in-game menuing, so I'm going to wait for the time bonus to complete. I'm going to exit the game, go back in, and skip the cutscene, and we're now in Hydrocity Act 1. I'm going to use that Tails flight assist that we've got from Sonic Mania, so I can control Tails once I jump onto him, and we're going to take the top route here, which is a few seconds faster than Sonic's normal routes. Making use of the peel out just to get ourselves across the top, and continuing on with the run.
Yeah, fully charged peel out gives you approximately the equivalent of the fastest speed spin dash, but it puts you straight into a run as well, which allows you to maintain the speed more, but it does take a bit longer to charge than doing the button presses for a full speed spin dash.
So we're now into the washing machine boss. I'm going to try and get some early hits on him here. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, and we'll see if we can get the 6th one nice and quick. There's 6. Lovely. So we're going to use the in-game menuing again to skip the cutscene from Hydro Act 1 to Hydro Act 2. We're going to restart from last checkpoint as soon as we're in Act 2. And then I'm going to do a glitch known as the wall clip, which was discovered in this game. It's well known in the original, but discovered in this game only recently. Ben, do you want to explain this one?
Yeah, so basically what you're doing is manipulating your subpixels with a thing called control lock, which basically means when you jump, you don't have control of Sonic. And it uses that to be able to force Sonic into the wall, and then rather than in the original where you zip to the left and to do a level wrap, which we can't do in this game, we zip to the right, and it allows us to skip about 20 or so seconds of the level.
Alright, I need to time for some platforms that are coming up, so I just need to work this out in my head. That should work. So the platforms 45 should be at the top, I need to go under them. Look at that, lovely. So heading into the boss now, I'm going to intentionally lose my bubble shield in a second. I'm then going to line Sonic up with a particular pixel so that I can get 8 quick hits on Robotnik once more. And I should be able to stand on the little cyclone he's going to make, but he won't be able to deal me any damage. So this looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. So Tails getting the capsule. Lovely. So we're going to exit out again. I'm actually going to turn off that control lock now. I don't need it for any more glitches in the game, and I actually don't like playing with it. So I'm just going to quickly turn that off, go back in, and we're now into Marble Garden. This is where we're going to see the first real major glitch of the run. So I'm going to hand over to Ben while I concentrate on doing this one.
Yes, Huds is going to take a specific route through this stage where he needs to collect a fire shield, which will become apparent in about 30 seconds or so, where you'll need to break a wall. But he'll do another glitch coming up as well, where he does a spin dash off of one of these blue spinner things, or onto it I should say, which gets rid of the death plane in the mud pit just up ahead. And you'll see what happens is Sonic just falls straight through it into the area below, saving a tiny bit of time there. And we're coming around to the area now where we can get slope glitch. Huds breaks the top block here, and then he's going to try and get Tails to break the bottom one, which gives him slope glitch. We can then it gives you the angle that you were last on, and then you just can run in that direction still, which allows you to go into the floor and do all these nice little zips. And come into the loop back area here, which is the area after the end of Act 1, where it just repeats itself. And for some reason, they put the event triggers for Act 1 and Act 2 in the same bit. So we get the Act 2 boss here, and Huds there wasn't able to get a spin dash off. Because of slope glitch, there's only certain situations where you can spin dash, and you need to be able to line up with a specific point of that boss to be able to do that. And essentially, he had a chance to do it before Robotnik came down to the bottom, and he missed that chance, so he had to do it before Robotnik got back up again. If he had missed that, he would have to restart the level over again.
So because we defeated the Act 2 boss, it triggers the Act 2 cutscene, the sunset, which triggers the flag to move us into the next level. We're in Carnival Night Act 1. Now, because wheel glitch doesn't exist in this game, the developer actually patched it out, we just have to run this level glitchless. So I'm looking for about... I was going to say looking for a 15-second cycle here, but I've missed it, so we will take the next one. And we're just going to take the top route. In Sonic games, usually the top route is the fastest. The game will reward you for good platforming. So just making our way up here. I'm going to jump out of the spinner so I don't get subpixeled. Get the swag jump with the fire shield and the flame dash there. And we are off into the boss area. We are into Stop Hitting Yourself the Boss Part 1. So this boss has a little spinning top. He needs 4 hits from it, so what we do is we actually hit the boss and he will extend out his arm and let the spinning top hit him. I'm looking down at the moment just to manipulate the plane in which that spinning top can work within, just to kind of trap it in the corner here for 4 quick hits, just like that. And I'm going to look down again because when the checkpoint comes down at the bottom, by looking down and moving the actual viewing window down, the checkpoint will actually start a little bit lower. It just saves another half second, just like that. So Carnival Night 2, there's 2 glitches in this one. The first one can be incredibly tricky to do, so I'm going to let Ben explain this while I concentrate on it, because this one might take a few attempts.
Yes, what Huds wants to do here, he needs to get he doesn't need to get the bubble shield, but many runners opt to use the bubble shield for this strat, just because it was the most common way to do this. There are other ways of doing it, but it's generally a bit slower. They can be a bit more consistent though, with like a damage boost and things. But what he's going to do is try and do a bubble bounce whilst this barrel is on its way up, which will push him into the barrel and then into the wall. But unfortunately, Huds either didn't get the right height or jumped at the wrong time, which meant he got soft locked. But with this game, since we've got the in-game menu, we can, if we soft lock, we can just restart from the last checkpoint or restart the act. Yeah, or as Alias puts it, speedrunner jail.
There we go, second try.
There we go.
So we get the clip through the wall. That one saves us around about 30 to 40 seconds. We avoid the Knuckles cutscene, and this area here no longer is underwater. That means I can set up for the second one, the partner clip.
Yes, this one, Huds wants to essentially he gets it. Basically, Tails to drop him onto the barrel whilst it's coming up, but with the barrel off screen, which is why Huds looked up at the time as well. And now he's in Knuckles' path, so he's just making his way to the end of the stage where Knuckles would normally do it. And you'll find that he will appear behind where Knuckles normally is.
Yep, so this route is a much easier way to get to the end of the level. It saves around about, what, 20 to 30 seconds, I think, Ben?
Yeah, it's about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how quickly you can get through Knuckles' path. As you saw, there was loads of bumpers there which can troll you quite hard.
Ooh, just get me on that last hit. So you would have just noticed as well another quality of life improvement to this game, the ability to fast forward certain cutscenes. The developer's kind enough to put that feature in. So some of the Knuckles cutscenes, we can fast forward them, and because we time this in real time, that does actually save us some time, which is quite nice. So we're now into the snowboarding section of Icecap. Zelda, do we have any donations or announcements that you'd like to make?
Yes, we do. We have 25 euros from Jackshall saying speedrunning is just so much fun to watch. And we've also got 5 euros from Eyeless saying, good luck, Huds, you've got this. Remember not to let Ben talk too much about fire shields.
Thank you very much for your donations, and thank you, Eyeless. So yeah, I'm now running through Icecap Act 1 here. I'm going to be getting Slope Glitch again, our friend Slope Glitch. You're going to see it a few times. So yeah, Ben, explain what's going on here.
So this is similar to what was happening before, but Huds is going to walk right on this, or
a little bit late.
if he got it. Yeah, he's going to walk right on that ice block, and what's going to happen is that's going to push him above this breakable door. And when the ice block crashes into that and breaks the door, it removes that object again underneath Huds, which means it gives him slow glitch. Just having a bit of trouble here with it. It's about a 3 frame window for this trick.
It's surprising. It's one of the easier tricks in terms of the frame window it has, and yet one of the ones that I find most difficult. It's usually quite forgiving. There we go, third try. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to hold left, go into a roll. I'm going to hold left again, and if I've got this right, I should zip all the way to the end of the level, and I need to jump out the last second so I don't die. But no, getting hit by the spikes, that can happen, but we've skipped most of the level in all honesty. We've just got these platforms here at the end to traverse, and then we'll be going into the boss area. So still a relatively decent time save with the slope glitch there.
Yeah, one thing to note with slope glitch is whenever you stand on an object, you lose it, which is why Huds is now traversing terrain correctly.
Just using the Tails Flight Assist so I can get 6 quick hits. I'm going to line Sonic up here with a monitor box that's going to appear. And I'm just going to line his shoe up on the end. This will allow me to use the peel out in Act 2 so I can just get straight over the ice block that's just to the right of the screen and just get a quicker start. So straight into a peel out. Off we go. So Act 2 done glitchless for us. We actually have to play this one. It's a really nice level to play when you get it right. We basically stay on the top route, and we make good use of our lightning shield as well to help us traverse this one. Just slowing Sonic down so I don't get sub-pixeled on that ramp, which can happen.
Do we have time for 2 quick donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, we've got 10 euros from Sibarb saying good luck, Huts. And we've also got 10 euros from Teach saying good luck for the run, dude. Uwu.
Thank you guys very, very much for your donations. It's all going to a very worthy cause. So I'm going to make use of this lightning shield here to try and skip these blocks. If I time this right, lovely, straight through the blocks. And I can also make use of the lightning shield here to jump myself up and get 8 quick hits on Robotnik if I time this correctly. There we go. And a 102 IGT for Icecap 2, that's really nice for a time. So I'm going to use the in-game menuing again to exit out of this level, go into the next one. The next one is Launch Base 1. We have a frame-perfect trick coming up, so I'm going to concentrate on this, and I'm going to let Ben explain what's going on.
Anyone guess what the trick is in this one? It's once again slope glitch that we use. Basically, there's this elevator at the end of this first area here, which in the original game there was a chance of getting knocked straight out of the elevator, which looked a bit weird. The developer tried fixing that bug, but instead created a slope glitch bug to... Huds needs to get a frame-perfect jump when he needs to get into the elevator at a specific time and jump out perfectly, which he's done there. He's going to now get Tails to fly him up to be able to give him a lot of speed when he jumps off to get down to this ramp that you'll see to be able to get past the elevator he just exited. And we're going to basically traverse in the wall here to get to Knuckles' boss in this stage, which is another interesting fight. And nice. Perfectly done.
So yeah, I'm going to be fighting 2 bosses here. Sonic normally only fights one of these. As a result, the game only needs me to actually defeat one of these bosses to consider the act complete. So I'm actually doing this in a very specific pattern, so I only kill one of them. I'm keeping Tails out of the way so he doesn't cause me any problems. I'm going to be timing my time bonus to end here at a very specific point so that I don't get killed the moment Act 2 starts by this boss. So... there we go. Lovely. I'm then going to kill the Act 2 boss before he kills me. And by killing the Act 2 boss, that's Act 2 complete. And that's just saved us around about 8 minutes. And just for a bit of swag, there's the Peacock as well, just to validate the run. And that is the Sonic 3 half done. We're moving into And Knuckles. And into Mushroom Hill 1. Now, I run both Mushroom Hill 1 and 2 glitchless. There is a glitch that you can do that saves you around about 15 seconds, but it's incredibly difficult, very precise, and one that I'm personally not particularly good at, so I just run them glitchless instead and accept that minor time loss.
Yeah, Huds is just going to pick up the speed shoes here and mostly take the top route here through the level. It's sort of halfway, mid-top, I should say. And yeah, it's just pretty much a run straight to the end of the stage here. So if there's any more donations, Zelda, you can probably fit one in here.
Yes, we do. We've got one donation, 10 euros from Tiny Tim, saying, "Hey all, enjoying the amazing Sonic action. Fantastic to see Huds running at Marathon. Good luck with the run, and good luck to CD Romet run for the Sonic R run later. Cheers!"
Thank you, Tiny Tim. Oops, just getting hit by the spikes, that can happen. Grabbing the fire shield. Now the fire shield will help me with the boss. It will mean that I won't take any damage from it as I'm jumping up to hit it, but it's also going to be vital for Mushroom Hill Act 2 to help me actually make a jump that will keep me on the top path and save me some time as I'm running through that. So 6 quick hits on the boss. F's in the chat, unfortunately, for the tree who just got his head chopped off. We always try to save the tree, but it never works. Once again, skipping the time bonus to save us some time. We're going to be meeting Knuckles in a second. We're going to, once again, fast forward that cutscene. There we go. And yeah, now we're going to take the top route. So, jump over the chicken, onto the spring. Use the fire shield just to help speed us up. Back up to the top section. And just there is where I need the fire shield to keep me up on the top. This level's...
Yeah,
oh, God, sorry, Ben.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is just pretty much a straight run to the end now, apart from there's a pulley near the end, which in the original one took 14 full pulls to get up. In air, they sped that up quite significantly, well, twice as fast. So you only need to pull it down 7 full times to be able to get up high enough to be able to jump out and hit the red spring.
Yeah. Taking the left side means I can end up coming up the top here. time my jump with a flame dash, move him left, move him back right. We get 6 quick hits on Robotnik here, and we should be able to finish this one off nice and quick with a Sonic hit followed by a Tails hit. Lovely. Good old Tails. Sometimes useful. Always loved. So that's Mushroom Hill done. We're going to end up going into Flying Battery next. Now, this level has changed quite significantly since the discovery of the partner clip. And also in this version, they have patched the Tails Infinite Flight. So Ben, I'll let you explain all of that as I run through this level.
Yeah, so Infinite Flight, we used to be able to use Tails and essentially get him to re-grab Sonic when he got tired, and then fly again, which allowed us to fly infinitely with him, which allowed us to essentially skip from this area of the stage to the area that's going to be coming up very shortly with the partner clip here. Yes, Hudson's grabbing Tails and dropping Sonic into this object that creates a floor, and this is where the Infinite Flight would have brought him. So he's just going under the stage now to get to the boss, and it's Why Are You Hitting Yourself, the Boss Part 2.
So yeah, many people may wonder why once I hit that checkpoint I restarted the game from the last checkpoint. It was to reset the cycles at this part of the level. So whenever you restart the level, all these kind of platform chains run on a particular cycle. And by restarting the last checkpoint, it just resets those cycles, so I know that as long as I do the clip correctly, I'm going to get there at a particular time, and the cycles are going to be in my favour. So yeah, here is Stop Hitting Yourself, the Boss Part 2. He takes 6 hits, but on the 6th one, you're going to see me line up a very particular jump. I'm going to get Sonic to teeter on the edge. I'm going to jump when he hits himself and stay stood on him. And the act of it changing from one sprite to another will give me our old friend Slope Glitch once more. And we are going to use that in order to basically skip all of Flying Battery Act 2 apart from the boss. So teeter on the edge, do a jump, poof, there we go, and now we're walking in the air. So, I have Slope Glitch at the moment. I can't stand on any particular object, so I'm going to use Tails to help fly me up 2 sections. I'm going to go to the top section, and I'm going to basically just run into the wall. This being a Sonic game, of course, as we know, walls, floors, ceilings, they are but mere suggestions. So, making sure I don't land on the spring for any reason, jumping along the side, up we go, in we go, up to the top, and I'm just going to run. I'm going to control Sonic's speed now. I need to get him up to a particular speed, but I'm going to keep tapping back on my D-pad just to slow him down. I don't want him to go too fast. If he does, he's going to start falling through the level. If I go too slow, he'll start making his way up to the moon. We get to the end, I jump out of it, and now I just need to wait for the platform to catch up. A nice little change the developer made in this one, though, is when you actually get to this point, when you're in kind of the safety zone, the platform will actually speed up. So you can see the glitchy clouds in the background have just sped up, and you're going to see the platform just straight past us in a minute, pick Sonic up, and we are going to the boss area. Lining myself up for 3 quick hits with Spin Dash. Some intentional damage, grab a ring for safety, move back to the left, counting for 9, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another couple of hits, into the Spin Dash position, and that's the boss taken care of. There's Flying Battery out of the way.
Quick donation?
Go for it.
We've got 10 euros from Mendez saying, "Good luck, Huds. Great to see this game at BSG with such a skilled runner. Wholesome vibes for all."
Aw, thank you, Mendez. Wholesome vibes for everyone. All valid. So we are now into Sandopolis Act 1. Oh, I got the early cycle. Nice. So, Sandopolis, we run this one glitchless in this game again. What you'll notice is me constantly talking about cycles. There are these moving blocks in this level that move up and down that basically block your progress as you're going through. I think there's about 6 or 7 of them we go through, so here's another one. And because they're working on a cycle, we're always trying to beat those cycles. We're trying to get to the next one in enough time to get through it without our path being blocked. So, continue to work my way through. But yeah, this level is incredibly technical, incredibly tricky. It's a real test of a Sonic runner's skill. You're going to be using a lot of different abilities in terms of spin dashing, drop dashing, peeling out. Nice, making the next cycle. Heading down to the bottom section now, making sure I don't get crushed on this one. Heading down once again, getting my drop dash ready, jumping up on top of the loop, another drop dash. Oh, just not quite making it through that block.
You'll also notice the sand blocks are, well, if you've seen the original game, you'll notice that the sand blocks that HUD has pushed are a lot quicker as well. When you go back to the original game, they feel very slow to push.
Right, just grabbing a ring for safety. I'm going to need it for the boss. Through into the boss area in 125. That's a respectable time into the boss area. Now, this boss in the original game was just an auto-scroller. You stand on the left, you wait for him to jump into the sand pit. The developer has made some updates to it on here, though. Firstly, the jump that the boss does is now a lot farther. And also, if you now hit the boss, he slides along the bottom, so it is actually quicker to now fight this boss. I'm going to try and manipulate things a little bit here, especially Tails, so I can get him to face this way. Not quite getting it, so I'm going to lose a second. I'm going to take some damage again, wait for him to go up, hit him again. Oh, and sub-pixels. Always with the sub-pixels, but he's going to jump up and straight in the sand anyway.
Divop says, do a Sando 8.
Do a Sando 8. So anyone who doesn't know, the Sando 8 is running this level 8 times in a row, which I did on my very first run because I wasn't very good at it, and it just became a bit of a meme. Right, into Sando 2. I'm going to concentrate on this one. This is probably the last gatekeeper for me, so Ben, you can explain what I'm doing.
Yes, what would have happened if we were playing on an earlier version where HUDs did restart from last checkpoint before entering the pyramid, he would have gone back and played Sandopolis 1 again, but as Sandopolis 2, which originally used to be the preferred choice because it was a lot easier to make a decent time. But thanks to Partner Clip, we can now play Sando 2. Which will be coming up very shortly, but before that there's this clip through the floor here, which is essentially sub-pixel based, that you just hold left and you fall through the floor because reasons. And there's another glitch coming up which is probably one of the hardest ones in the game, which we call loop clip, which HUDs needs to get a specific height from his jump and then lightning jump to just hit like the trigger to change the layer that he's on, but not get high enough to actually go above it, which means if he gets it right, you'll see him just essentially fall into the wall.
Yeah, this is by far the one that I find the hardest, so hopefully we'll get it. Practice has gone okay, but typically when it comes to the actual run, it's not always the easiest. There we go, got it eventually. So some very precise jumps through this wall so I don't get ejected from it. And out to the bottom, perfect. Right, now we're going to immediately do the partner clip. I need to beat the ghosts here so that they don't try and knock me. I'm going to try and keep this lightning shield as well. There we go, into the wall. Zip him along to the right. And off we go. So now the game's in a little bit of a weird state, even though you can't tell. So I need to make sure that during this next section I don't jump too high and reset the background effectively. And in doing that, the boss is going to be incredibly weird, but it also makes it much quicker and easier to fight the boss. So just minding my height here, pretty much in the safe zone now. And also, our little ghosty friends here are going to join us in the boss room in a second as well. Should be nice.
Yeah, this glitch in the original game used to be thought to be hypersonic only, but a runner by the name of Zaxxon managed to get it when doing some testing of Sandopolis 2 with Sonic and Tails, and then we understood that it was partly caused to flying up through that sandfall that HUDs did, like just after the partner clip.
Yeah,
and yeah, looks completely normal.
A lovely little ghosty friends there with the red outline, Sando Boo. So we're now into Lava Reef. There's 3 glitches during the level and 1 right at the end of it as well. Relatively easy. This first one is a little clip through the floor. You can do this at home. It's really easy to set up. We're going to stand on this rock just here. I'm going to do a full jump, wait for Sonic to go into this phase, and just tap right, and through the floor we go. Jumping up to here to grab a fire shield. This is a fire level. Fire shields are generally helpful. Waiting for Tails just to make this lift speed up. The second one is going to be, we're going to use one of those little platforms to actually phase Sonic through the floor. So Ben, I'll let you explain this.
Yeah, so what HUDs is going to do is he's going to raise the next elevator that he comes to just so that Sonic can't walk under it, but he can spin dash under it and essentially get pushed into the wall, and he falls down into the area below, saving about a minute. And now we get Another nice little glitch. This one was found fairly early on in running this game, compared to some of the other ones like Partner Clip. But basically, using tails to carry you under that ledge there, it means that the lava doesn't hurt you or doesn't squash you as well, and you come down into Knuckles' path. You may be wondering, well, Knuckles' path is slower. Why would you do that? There will be a bit of a hint coming up shortly as to why things aren't quite as they seem, and that's just coming up here. As you can see, there's a black background there, which is perfectly normal. But yeah, it'll be after this boss that you'll see the reason why we do that.
Yeah. So me losing the fire shield there was completely intentional. Just need to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, completely intentional because I want the insta shield for the boss. It just makes it a lot easier to fight this tentacles. You can also see Tails is currently behind the fire background. Whoops, just missed timing. I thought I was on 4, not 5. That's fine. One more cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I normally count out loud. So yeah, because we went through Knuckles' area, it's kind of missed a trigger to actually lock the screen in place and only allow us to go into Act 2. So what I'm actually going to do is go back into Act 1, I'm going to grab a checkpoint, and I'm going to restart from last checkpoint, which will kind of reset all the triggers for the boss. So we're in Act 2, but we're in Act 1, and we're just going to fight the Act 1 boss again, and that's Act 2 done. So Zelda, if you've got any more donations, or if there's any announcements you want to make, now's a perfect time for it.
No new donations, unfortunately, but I just want to remind people that we have some incentives going on for Cuphead, which is coming up very soon. We have the character choice between Mughead and Cuphead, which Mugman is currently in the lead with. And we also have Show Hidden Secrets, which nobody has donated for yet, so if you want to see that, get your donations in.
Definitely get your donations in, yep. So that's Act 2 done, we just replayed that one boss. Again, thanks to the menuing, and just exit, skip any cutscenes, or the fact that we'd actually be soft-locked at that point if we couldn't. We're now into Hidden Palace. So Hidden Palace is just a fairly straightforward run, and if anyone remembers the original game, we're going to meet our friend Knuckles here. Now, don't be fooled, Knuckles is not as easy as he used to be. He's been to the gym, he's been working out. If you try playing this game casually and you're not aware of this, this can really cause you a problem. But thankfully as speedrunners, we have a bit of a setup for it. We're just going to stand on the right, wait for him to spin dash over, and use our insta-shield just to get 8 quick and easy hits. But I can honestly say to you, I have lost more than one run to Knuckles. What about you, Ben?
Well, my PB has a death to Knuckles.
We've also got the smallest cutscene fast forward there, just that little bit. And now we're going to see Robotnik taking the Master Emerald, and Knuckles finally realising that he has been tricked, he's been fooled by Robotnik. Knuckles finally coming to our side, trying to save Master Emerald. Unfortunately, he's going to get zapped. Poor Knux. No matter how many times we try, we can't get him. Yay! Full Slinky as well. Just for fun. So we're going to be heading into Sky Sanctuary next. Sky Sanctuary is a vertically wrapping stage, so the level, you don't go from left to right, you go up. And because we have that Tails flight assist ability in Sonic 3 Air, that's going to be super useful for us. We're not going to fight all of the bosses that you normally would. Poor Knuckles, he's all worn out. Yeah, we're going to use Tails to basically skip most of the bosses and just get us to the end as fast as possible.
Yeah, so there's 2 mini-bosses in this with Mecha Sonic that are throwbacks to Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, with the first one being the Sonic 1 Green Hill Zone boss, and the other one being the Metropolis Zone boss from Sonic 2. But we're not going to see them because HUD is going to use Tails to avoid them.
I need to wait for him to come back. Come back, Tails! Come back to me! There he is. So yeah, much easier in the previous versions of this game where we had Tails' infinite flight, so if you didn't quite make it up, you could just kind of respawn his flight ability. Instead of this one, you have to make sure you get it right, because you only get 1 attempt, and I've just manipulated Tails there, so that hopefully I should be able to make it up here before he gets back, and he should spawn anytime now. There we go. Lovely. Ooh, don't want to get hit by the spikes. So making our way
that's
up.
the first one skipped already.
Right, I'm going to get him to land just here.
And the second one as well.
I need to time this jump so that hopefully I can skip a little bit of platforming with this laser. Lovely.
Nice.
Right, going to peel out here so I avoid the spikes. Jump on top of this, quick spin dash jump, straight up to the top, onto the laser, into the boss area where we're going to see Mecha Sonic. I'm going to intentionally lose my shield now. I want the insta-shield for this fight. Now, this is RNG in terms of which way he faces. He's facing the bad way, unfortunately. Ooh. Fortunately doing a straight jump to not get my 4th hit, and again. Oh, 3 times in a row, because of course, but Tails with the homie hit there. Finishing it off, 153, not too bad for Sky Sanctuary. And we're going to go off into Death Egg, our final level of the game. So Death Egg 1, we are going to run this one glitchless. And then Death Egg 2, you're going to see the final glitch of the game.
This is the main stage that you'll see where the developer of Air has made a change to the level layout. This route here doesn't exist, well, it does exist in the original, but it's only a route that Tails can take. Which at the end there's a pit of death that you would normally hit if you tried taking Sonic down this path, but they've put in a nice red spring to help you get back into the proper area of the stage. It's quite a nice route as well. It saves about a minute, I think, over doing the original Sonic's path.
Into Graviton now. So I've got to hit it 3 times on each side to light these buttons up. It then unblocks my path. Don't get crushed by the door, which can happen. Along into the onion rings. This is the only time you're going to see the onion rings, I'm afraid, because they're actually slower, but these ones are 100% necessary. Using the lightning shield to skip the stairs, that's one of the reasons we wanted to keep hold of this for the level. Making our way across, we're going to go into Red Eye. Now, Red Eye, a little bit tough as a boss, actually has two phases, if you like. The first phase is with these little orbs here. I'm going to use the lightning shield to jump up on top of him and try and get all 8 hits out while avoiding these spikes that are being ejected from the orbs each time I hit him. There you go, there's all 8. Keeping the lightning shield as well, nice. And then the second phase, we have the platforms here. So the platforms will change direction depending on which side of which side of Red Eye Sonic is on. So if I move to the left side now, you see they'll slow down, try and get the final hits. Tails helping out with the last one. That's a really good Red Eye. That can go drastically wrong at that point. There used to be a little skip here as well. We could, if you missed all the checkpoints in Act 1, you could actually skip this time bonus and go straight into Act 2. Instead, we've got to wait for it, I'm afraid. But now into Act 2. And this is the one where we're going to see, for the final time, we're going to see Partner Clip again at the end. Something that was only discovered, I think a few weeks ago, Ben. But in terms of certainly the consistent setup that we have for it now, this was literally only a few weeks ago that we found this one.
Yeah, Partner Clip's probably about, I want to say, a month and a half old.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm being very careful as well to keep hold of my lightning shield because there's a certain section right before the partner clip where we've got the gravity stairs that this will save me a whole heap of time on if I can keep hold of this. So being very, very careful not to get hit by anything. Although, fun fact, these spikes don't hurt you. So making our way along. Onto the springs. Can also skip that section with the lightning shield, and there's this bit coming up here, so I need to make sure I jump over the enemy, don't get hit at the last second. There we go, nice. And then these first stairs I can just skip, the second ones I barely need to get moving. And if I can manipulate Tails, lovely. So here's where we're going to do the partner clip. So I'm going to spin dash along here. I need Tails to be in a very specific position. A little bit more. I think that should work. This might be a bit tight, I might need to reposition him. Yeah, wrong side. That's fine. There we go. So just lining it up on his nose. Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is another case where the object below is unloaded when it's off screen. And basically Tails is going to drop Sonic onto it and it'll push him into the wall.
Oh, my jumps are off. It's fine, we'll get this. Oops, panning out. Typical. Oh, come back down, Tails. So yeah, this one could be really tricky. It's a pretty tight jump to get this right. Oh, and he's on the wrong side again. Okay, I'm going to take the checkpoint so I can reset it. Try it again. Oh no, that was way off. We'll give it
a bit too early.
Yeah, we'll give it 2 more goes. If we don't get it, we'll just run this bit glitchless. It saves around about 20 seconds. It's not the end of the world. There we go. Finally got it. In we go to the wall. Oh, nearly getting crushed. Whew. That was tight. There we go. So yeah, that partner clip, if you get it first time, it can save you around about 20 seconds. Unfortunately, they're taking me a fair few attempts, so actually lost time overall. But it's always nice to show it off in a marathon run, isn't it? And now we're going to head into Uwu Ball. Uwu Ball, you're supposed to use these lifts here to reverse gravity. And he's going to eject some little spiky boys. But instead, we can just spin dash into them as soon as they are ejected, and it hits Uwu Ball. We need 8 of these hits. So not really playing it as intended, but certainly playing it by design. And tails go brr. If we have any last minute donations or any announcements you want to make, Zelda, you got about 20 seconds.
No donations, but if you're just tuning in, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organise bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our events online for the time being. This event features streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world, bringing you entertainment during the lockdown.
Thank you very much. So we are now into the final boss, the Big Chungus himself. So I'm going to line Sonic up here on a particular tile and go into a spin dash. There's 3 phases to this boss. The first phase is fingers. There's 6 fingers. Each of these take 3 hits. If I do this correctly, and it's really tricky to do, I should be able to do this in 3 cycles. So there's 1. There's 2. I need Tails to cooperate here. There you go, 3 cycles. Second phase, we have the laser. Takes 8 hits. This can be done in 1 cycle. Incredibly difficult to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent.
That's close.
Now the final phase, 8 more hits on Robotnik as he tries to escape the Master Emerald. I'm lining up a peel out here to get the first quick hit. Second one, spin dash jump. Third one from Tails. Fourth one from me. And I'm going to try and manipulate Tails here to get extra hits. There's, not quite getting it. So there's 5 hits, 6 and 7. We have 1 more hit to go. Time is coming up. As soon as the screen fades to white, that is time.
GG's.
Thank you very much. That is Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to everyone for donating. It's wonderful being here. That was my first ever marathon run. I only started speedrunning 4 months ago, and I've learnt this game as my first one. Ben, a huge thank you to you, not just for commentating today. Ben has basically been my mentor through this. Most of the things that I know from this game, I've learnt from him. I want to give a huge shout out to the Sonic speedrun community as well. They're a wonderful bunch of people, really helpful. If you're interested in this game or any Sonic game, please make sure you come and join us in there. And also a huge shout out to the Sonic 3 Air community that really is my home. I love all you guys very much, and yeah, thank you all so much for your support. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Alright, thank you very much, Hutz, for the fun speedrun. We'll be going to a quick intermission and run some ads, but after that we'll be back with Sonic R.